Peaking overnight, NBC News reports several people are dead after an Air Canada jet hit a fire truck on the runway at New York City's LaGuardia Airport. We've learned there were 72 passengers on board, along with 4 crew members. The latest update from NBC News is that the pilot and co-pilot were killed and that at least a dozen passengers were hurt. The collision happened just before midnight last night. Reports say the fire truck was responding to another incident at the airport when the crash happened. LaGuardia is now closed until 2 o'clock this afternoon with no flights in or out. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story for you for any new updates throughout the day.
New this morning, police are continuing their investigation today after 4 teens were shot Sunday in Midway. Liberty County deputies responded to a home on Bill Carter Road around 12:30 Sunday morning. Officials say 3 teens were hurt with non-life-threatening injuries, while 1 is in critical condition. Police also found a car in the parking lot of Liberty Regional Medical Center with bullet holes, a missing driver's side tire, and a broken window. Police say that investigation is still ongoing.
In response to that shooting, Midway Mayor Malcolm Williams had this to say, quote, "Though I don't have all the answers, one truth is clear. We must strive for something greater than the ordinary and reject the notion that senseless violence is an inevitable part of our reality. Our youth are our most precious assets, and it's imperative that our actions reflect their value," end quote.
You may notice this morning the price at the pump is going up once again this week. Here in Georgia, the average price is now well above $3 a gallon, with day-to-day changes still likely. The average price in Georgia today, $3.69 a gallon. That's 18 cents higher than last week. Filling up your standard 15-gallon tank will now cost you more than $54, according to AAA. Some of the most expensive cities throughout the state this week are Gainesville, Atlanta, and Athens. It is worth noting lawmakers suspended the state's gas tax late last week. There are no signs of relief for South Carolina either this week. You can expect to pay about $3.65 a gallon there. That is 23 cents higher from last week's average. The most expensive towns are Spartanburg, Greenville, and Rock Hill.
3 minutes after 6 o'clock, it is Monday morning. We are taking a live look outside right now. Storm Team 3 meteorologist Hannah Evans is in the Weather Center with a look at our weather on the 3s. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning, Kim. Well, it's a nice start to your Monday out there. Temperatures are in the 60s across the region. It's a great morning for a walk or a run or anything like that, as we're at 63 degrees in Savannah and Pembroke, 64 degrees in Statesboro and on Hilton Head, and it's going to be another beautiful warm afternoon, a taste of early summer as we see the mid to upper 80s climb in again this afternoon, reaching 87 degrees in Statesboro and Rincon, 88 degrees in Hinesville and Richmond Hill. Now, I know this looks pretty warm, but it's also going to be breezy. That is because there is a cold front approaching. That will impact us later today, but today we'll bring in that breeze. The breeze will continue over the next few days, and it also brings in just slight rain chances, and that won't be until after dinner tonight through the evening. So I will talk a little bit more about what we can expect with that in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Hannah. Happening now, spring break travel is ramping up this week, but getting to your destination may come with some serious airport stress first.
A partial government shutdown still impacting TSA staffing nationwide, leading to long lines and delays at some of the country's busiest airports.
WSAV's Genevieve Lund is live this morning at the Savannah Hilton Head International Airport with what you can expect this morning. Good morning, Genevieve.
Good morning. Now, if this was the Atlanta airport, the TSA wait line would be wrapped out the door. Travelers even joking that driving would be faster and showing up a day early would be necessary to make their flights right now. Now, here at Savannah, the story's a little different. TSA wait lines are manageable. However, officials are urging travelers to plan ahead as TSA workers continue to work without pay. Across the country, the partial shutdown is straining airport security, with TSA agents working without pay and calling out in large numbers. At the Atlanta airport, wait times have stretched up to 4 hours, with nearly a third of staff calling out and some travelers reporting delays of 3 to 5 hours. Now, in response, the Trump administration says ICE agents will begin assisting at airports today, helping manage lines so TSA officers can focus on screenings. Atlanta's mayor confirmed those agents will be deployed locally for crowd control, not immigration enforcement. And meanwhile, Savannah's airport continues to see minimal disruption with some delays reported yesterday. More than 50,000 TSA workers nationwide are working without pay, with many now missing their first full paycheck, prompting hundreds to quit and thousands to call out. Now, local leaders are saying donating through the Savannah Chamber or United Way can help support workers here at home. And even with smoother travel here in Savannah, officials are urging passengers to be prepared for any potential delays, as inbound flights and cancellations from Atlanta can affect here in Savannah. And I will add that just a few minutes ago, the line has actually gotten quite long here at the Savannah airport. Not super long, but longer than you'd typically see. Reporting here at the airport, Genevieve Lund, back to you guys.
All right, Genevieve, thank you. Happening today. Agents are expected at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport today as they help with crowd control during heavy travel. In a statement, Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens says in part, quote, "Our administration will continue to monitor the situation closely and remain in communication with the public and travelers as these federal actions develop." Atlanta remains committed to ensuring that residents and travelers feel safe, informed, and supported as they move through the world's busiest and most efficient airport.
Across the country, communities are stepping up to assist TSA workers who aren't getting paid, including right here at home with United Way of the Coastal Empire. If you want to help, there's some important information you need to know. According to the Department of Homeland Security, TSA officers are not allowed to accept gifts at screening locations. Unions for the officers are able to accept donations and distribute them to their members. If you'd like to donate, it's recommended that you look up their local union district on the American Federation of Government Employees website.
Happening today, high school students in Bullitt County schools will get a chance to use 2 new AI tools in the classroom this morning. Those students will now have access to the AI Tools Notebook LM and Gemini. Teresa Phillips, Assistant Superintendent of School Improvement, says AI is coming and schools need to help students be ready. She says the tools won't replace thinking, but will help students with research, and they'll be used safely like other school tools. To learn more about the new technology, go to WSAV.com.
Also happening today, Netflix is filming on Tybee Island, and it could slow traffic for you. Expect short stops on Highway 80 between Lazaretto Creek Boat Ramp and Battery Drive, lasting up to 4 minutes at a time. Filming runs from 6 this morning until 8 tonight, but there will be no traffic delays from 7:30 until 9 a.m. or 5 until 6 p.m.
If you're a resident of Savannah's 5th District, you're invited to attend a town hall meeting tonight at 6 at the Tatumville Community Center. It's hosted by Alderwoman and Mayor Pro Tem Dr. Estella Shabazz. That meeting will give an opportunity for updates on several projects that impact the area, including the Legacy Project Fairground, the Dawes Avenue Project, and the Duren Project. If you haven't gotten a ticket just yet for the St. Jude Dream Home, they're going pretty quick. We expect to top about 4,000 tickets sold later this week. That would be about halfway there. The next bonus prize comes courtesy of the Dream Day Foundation. It's a $10,000 year's supply of groceries if you get that ticket now. You can win that bonus prize and the next 2, a $5,000 Visa gift card and tickets to a Bananas game later this season. Of course, you're also eligible to win the home. That's what you got the ticket for in the first place. You can get a ticket by scanning the QR code. They're $100, or by going to WSAV.com/dreamhome. The house is being built right now by our good friends at Landmark 24 Homes once again this year. It's valued at $575,000. All of that money raised goes right back to the hospital to make sure no family ever receives a bill, not for treatment, travel, housing, or food.
Over the weekend, a local organization celebrating nearly 4 decades of service while looking ahead to help even more children and families in need. It was a big night for Savannah's Martin DePorres Society as it hosted its first ever fundraising gala Saturday. Organizers say the goal is to raise money for year-round programs, including summer camp, tutoring, mentoring, and their annual Christmas Blessings event. So far, we're told that they've already raised more than $26,000, and the icing on the cake is that we had a fabulous time because the fabulous Equinox Orchestra was there. Oh, they do a lot of events, and it was so much fun, and all for a great cause.
Of course.